Yeah, no problem. Look, I'll take it back to the beginning. So I was actually born in Egypt. My background is Egyptian. Both my parents Egyptian, of course. We immigrated to Australia when I was about 4 years old. And when I arrived in Australia, I actually couldn't speak a word of English. I knew Arabic, but I couldn't speak a word of English. And so I was put into school, had no idea how to communicate, and kind of just picked up the English along the way. When we arrived in Australia, we literally lived in a motel for about 6 months. So my parents were starting from scratch. My father had a PhD, but similar story to a lot of immigrants. Once you arrive in a different country, sometimes it doesn't translate. And so we had very humble beginnings. When I started school, probably when I was about 5 or 6, I felt very different. I mean, I looked different, I sounded different, and I just felt very different. I call my school years the pain years or the awkward years. And I experienced a lot of bullying during that time. In fact, I was bullied for a good 10 years because of the fact I was different and I looked different and I sounded different. And it really affected me at that time. And as we know, when we're children, especially up to the age of, let's say, 15 to 16, that's when we're developing a concept, an idea of who we are in this world. And so the bullying led to really, really low self-esteem and low confidence. It got to the stage when I was about, say, 15, where my self-esteem was so low as a result of all the bullying, I couldn't even look people in the eyes. That's how shot my confidence was. I couldn't communicate with people. I just felt like I didn't even deserve the voice space. And that continued up until, let's say, age 18. When I was 18, a significant moment that I remember is I was working at a pizza place. And my job was to make pizzas and to wash dishes. It was just a normal restaurant type gig. Um, and my boss at the time, the owner of the pizza place, was just someone that saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And sometimes it takes, only one person to completely change your trajectory. And so we got along quite well. He was very entrepreneurial. When I was about 20 and I'd been working there a couple of years, I decided to move on and see what else I can do with my life. And my boss sat me down. And keep in mind, at this stage, I'm still, low self-esteem, low confidence, still not being able to look people in the eyes. Working in an environment like that helped a little bit because you're constantly in contact with people. But he sat me down and he said, "Look, I see something special in you. And I really do believe in you, but I want you to believe in yourself." And he said, "I know you don't." And he was absolutely right. I didn't believe in myself. I had no confidence in my abilities, and I didn't even know what I was going to do. And he gifted me something that completely changed me. He gifted me a 24 disc CD set, which was Personal Power 2 by Tony Robbins. Right. And at that time, that was Tony Robbins back in the day, right? When he looked like an accountant,
Yeah.